When is willful interference to other amateur radio stations permitted? A. To stop another amateur station which is breaking the FCC rules. B. At no time. C. When making short test transmissions. D. At any time. Stations in the amateur radio service are not protected from willful interference. B. At no time. On which HF bands does a technician class operator have phone privileges? A. None. B. 10 meters only. C. 18 meters, 14 meters, 15 meters and 10 meters. D. 30 meters only. B. 10 meters only. Which of the following is a valid call sign for a technician class amateur radio station? A. K1XXX. B. K1X. C. W1XX. D. All of these choices are correct. A. K1XXX. What types of amateur stations can automatically retransmit the signals of other amateur stations? A. Auxiliary, beacon, or earth stations. B. Repeater, auxiliary, or space stations. C. Beacon, repeater, or space stations. D. Earth, repeater, or space stations. B. Repeater, auxiliary, or space stations. What is an amateur station control point? A. The location of the station's transmitting antenna. B. The location of the station transmitting apparatus. C. The location at which the control operator function is performed. D. The mailing address of the station licensee. C. The location at which the control operator function is performed. Who is accountable should a repeater inadvertently retransmit communications that violate the FCC rules? A. The control operator of the originating station. B. The control operator of the repeater. C. The owner of the repeater. D. Both the originating station and the repeater owner. A. The control operator of the originating station. What is the meaning of the procedural signal CQ? A. Call on the quarter hour. B. A new antenna is being tested, no station should answer. C. Only the call station should transmit. D. Calling any station. D. Calling any station. What term describes the use of a subaudible tone transmitted along with normal voice audio to open the squelch of the receiver? A. Carrier squelch. B. Tone burst. C. DTMF. D. CTCSS. D. CTCSS. What is meant by the term NCS, used in net operation? A. Nominal control system. B. Net control station. C. National communications standard. D. Normal communications syntax. B. Net control station. When using a directional antenna, how might your station be able to access a distant repeater if buildings or obstructions are blocking the direct line of sight path? A. Change from vertical to horizontal polarization. B. Try to find a path that reflects signals to the repeater. C. Try the long path. D. Increase the antenna SWR. B. Try to find a path that reflects signals to the repeater. What are the frequency limits of the VHF spectrum? A. 30 to 300 kHz. B. 30 to 300 MHz. C. 300 to 3000 kHz. D. 300 to 3000 MHz. B. 30 to 300 MHz. What mode is responsible for allowing over-the-horizon VHF and UHF communications to ranges of approximately 300 miles on a regular basis? A. Tropospheric scatter. B. D-layer diffraction. C. F2-layer diffraction. D. Faraday rotation. A. Tropospheric scatter. Where should the negative return connection of a mobile transceiver's power cable be connected? A. At the battery or engine block ground strap. B. At the antenna mount. C. To any metal part of the vehicle. D. Through the transceiver's mounting bracket. A. At the battery or engine block ground strap. What is a way to enable quick access to a favorite frequency on your transceiver? A. Enable the CTCSS tones. B. Store the frequency in a memory channel. C. Disable the CTCSS tones. D. Use the scan mode to select the desired frequency. B. Store the frequency in a memory channel. What is the name for a current that flows only in one direction? A. Alternating current. B. Direct current. C. Normal current. D. Smooth current. B. Direct current. If an ammeter calibrated in amperes is used to measure a 3000 mA current, what reading would it show? A. 0.003 amperes. B. 0.3 amperes. C. 3 amperes. D. 3 million amperes. C. 3 amperes. What are the units of impedance? A. Volts. B. Amperes. C. Coulombs. D. Ohms. A. Volts. What is the current through a 24 ohm resistor connected across 240 volts? A. 24,000 amperes. B. 0.1 amperes. C. 10 amperes. D. 216 amperes. C. 10 amperes. Which of the following battery types is not rechargeable? A. Nickel cadmium. B. Carbon zinc. C. Lead acid. D. Lithium ion. B. Carbon zinc. What electronic component allows current to flow in only one direction? A. Resistor. B. Fuse. C. Diode. D. Driven element. C. Diode. What is component 1 in figure T1? Its symbol is a series of straight zigzagging lines. A. Resistor. B. Transistor. C. Battery. D. Connector. A. Resistor. Which of the following is a resonant or tuned circuit? A. An inductor and a capacitor connected in series or parallel to form a filter. B. A type of voltage regulator. C. A resistor circuit used for reducing standing wave ratio. D. A circuit designed to provide high-fidelity audio. A. An inductor and a capacitor connected in series or parallel to form a filter. What device converts the RF input and output of a transceiver to another band? A. High-pass filter. B. Low-pass filter. C. Transverter. D. Phase converter. C. Transverter. What should you do if something in a neighbor's home is causing harmful interference to your ammeter station? A. Work with your neighbor to identify the offending device. B. Politely inform your neighbor about the rules that prohibit the use of devices that cause interference. C. Check your station and make sure it meets the standards of good amateur practice. D. All of these choices are correct. D. All of these choices are correct. Which of the following is the most common cause for failure of coaxial cables? A. Moisture contamination. B. Gamma rays. C. The velocity factor exceeds 1.0. D. Overloading. A. Moisture contamination. What is probably happening when an ohmmeter, connected across an unpowered circuit, initially indicates a low resistance and then shows increasing resistance with time? A. The ohmmeter is defective. B. The circuit contains a large capacitor. C. The circuit contains a large inductor. D. The circuit is a relaxation oscillator. B. The circuit contains a large capacitor. What type of modulation is most commonly used for VHF packet radio transmissions? A. FM. B. SSB. C. DPSK. A. FM. What is the impact of using too much effective radiated power on a satellite uplink? A. Possibility of commanding the satellite to an improper mode. B. Blocking access by other users. C. Overloading the satellite batteries. D. Possibility of rebooting the satellite control computer. B. Blocking access by other users. Which of the following methods is used to locate sources of noise interference or jamming? A. Echolocation. B. Doppler radar. C. Radio direction finding. D. Phase locking. C. Radio direction finding. What is an ARQ transmission system? A. A special transmission format limited to video signals. B. A system used to encrypt command signals to an amateur radio satellite. C. A digital scheme whereby the receiving station detects errors and sends a request to the sending station to retransmit the information. D. Method of compressing the data in a message so more information can be sent in a shorter time. C. A digital scheme whereby the receiving station detects errors and sends a request to the sending station to retransmit the information. What is the disadvantage of the rubber duck antennas supplied with most handheld radio transceivers when compared to a full-sized quarter-wave antenna? A. It does not transmit or receive as effectively. B. It transmits only circularly polarized signals. C. If the rubber end cap is lost, it will unravel very easily. D. All of these choices are correct. A. It does not transmit or receive as effectively. Why is coaxial cable the most common feed line selected for amateur radio antenna systems? A. It is easy to use and requires few special installation considerations. B. It has less loss than any other type of feed line. C. It can handle more power than any other type of feed line. D. It is less expensive than any other type of feed line. A. It is easy to use and requires few special installation considerations. What can happen if a lead-acid storage battery is charged or discharged too quickly? A. The battery could overheat, give off flammable gas, or explode. B. The voltage can become reversed. C. The memory effect will reduce the capacity of the battery. D. All of these choices are correct. A. The battery could overheat, give off flammable gas, or explode. What is the purpose of a safety wire through a turnbuckle used to tension guy lines? A. Secure the guy if the turnbuckle breaks. B. Prevent loosening of the guy line from vibration. C. Prevent theft or vandalism. D. Deter unauthorized climbing of the tower. B. Prevent loosening of the guy line from vibration. If the averaging time for exposure is 6 minutes, how much power density is permitted if the signal is present for 3 minutes and absent for 3 minutes rather than being present for the entire 6 minutes? If A. 3 times as much. B. Half as much. C. 2 times as much. D. There is no adjustment allowed for shorter exposure times. C. 2 times as much.